In Philippians 2:12, Paul invites us to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. And this is a critical thing. In other words, Paul is saying there are some areas of our life that if we don't work them out, they won't be worked out. Now, when you go into the weight room, you'll go and see a person at the gym. Typically speaking, a person who's really serious has a trainer, and sometimes they have a spotter. And it's important that we understand that in the kingdom, there's nothing wrong with having a trainer, or a spotter. A trainer is somebody who has studied working out, studied physicality. They've studied calisthenics. They have a sense of understanding the human body and what it takes to get to perform a certain way. A trainer does. A spotter is somebody who understands the art of helping somebody lift. They understand that a person is working and trying to get stronger, and it's possible that they may not be able to carry the load a certain way. And they help a person that is working out at their maximum ability and to make sure that they don't injure themselves. Notice the trainer doesn't lift for them. The spotter doesn't lift for them. The spotter helps prevent injury. The trainer makes sure that the workout makes sense. With that being said, it still takes the person to do the work. It's the same way with our salvation. I think what happens to a lot of people when they get saved is they immediately work out for 2 weeks and immediately become a trainer or a spotter. They mean well, but this is a trick of the enemy. They stop working out their own salvation. As a matter of fact, they go back to their old diet. They go back to their old physical living. They no longer are intentional in working out. They've seen some muscles form and they're okay with that. And since they've seen a little muscle form, since they've seen themselves improve just a tad, they start trying to train and spot others as if they've arrived at some place to be able to do that. And immature trainers and spotters ruin Christian movements and Christian groups. So some of you guys that are just now learning about the kingdom need to go back to being trained and being spotted for. Nothing wrong with sharing something you've learned, nothing wrong with sharing some wisdom. But I'm starting to discern that in our men's group, men are sharing and pretend to be places that they're not. Some of you, I know for a fact, are sharing about subjects and scriptures you have no clue about. One of the biggest tricks of the enemy is to have us share and to teach something we haven't learned. This is an old school trick. I'm not saying that you have to be an expert to share it. That's not what I'm getting at. But I want you to see the subtle trick of the enemy to have you to start working out other people's salvation more than you work out your own. He plays this trick on pastors and elders of the church all the time to have you more concerned about other people's walk than your own walk. It sounds noble. It sounds genuine. It sounds passionate. The cool thing about working out that I love is that you can't fake it. Eventually, if you're eating Ho-Hos and Twinkies, your belly's going to show it. Your diabetes is going to show it. Your high sugar is going to show it. Your health will eventually show. You will prove the fruit of your health. It's just a matter of time. It's the same way in the kingdom. So I want to challenge you. Are you being trained? Are you being spotted? Are you trying to spot and train too quickly? I'm not saying we shouldn't share in our men's group. I'm not saying we shouldn't post scriptures. But let's be careful, men, that we're not becoming hyper codependent people that are trying to fix others, having not really worked on our own salvation with fear and trembling. We should work out our own salvation with the sense of, you know what? I don't deserve to be saved either. And stop working on others so fervently. I want to challenge you, men. There's something that's on my heart as I've been traveling on this highway. I want to challenge you to get in your word, apply that word, work out your own salvation. And when we see the fruit in your life, you'll automatically become a spotter and trainer. People will reach out to you because they will see the evidence of what you've been doing on your life. I'm saying this out of love. God bless you guys.